No judgment on anyone out there who is living their life. Okay, hopefully that's loud enough to where you can hear it. I'm pretty sure you can hear it, but it's just I listen to these back, and sometimes I think that it could be louder. So that's just what it is for now. That had no substance in that sentence. Ooh. Yeah, how do you like that? Well, now we're getting a little interesting with it. Now we're getting interesting with it. Now, if only I can have my right hand be coordinated. Mm. Hmm. Hey. Man, I cannot lie. That little voice in my head still speaks to me. Sometimes I fool myself. I can almost fool myself into thinking that I actually can play the piano. Hmm. Hmm. It does feel like talking sometimes playing this piano. Like, one of the things I love most about music is when you get swept up in the way the music makes you feel, kind of like you're starting to take off and fly. It makes you feel like you're in a kingdom and you're about to like soar in front of everybody's eyes. So sometimes when I'm playing, I can hear it, but not skilled, or I haven't spent enough time with the piano to replicate it with any professional skill. Ugh. But that doesn't stop me from trying. However, what's more important than acting or pretending like you got skill is just to have fun. So at the end of the day, who are you trying to impress? Interesting. Hey, I feel so frustrated. I feel so frustrated. And when will I take flight? I need to see where life goes. But you see what I'm trying to do, right? Like, I'm trying to take the however this is feeling, right? And then transition it to whatever that chord is. Just E flat, triad. where do I go from here, right? I don't have a sustain pedal. It's all boo boo. Right? Walking through. Wait a minute. You walking through. See, what can I do after this, right? Feel it. Wait, what can I do after this? Maybe, right? Wait. Nah, that didn't work. That didn't work either. Yeah. And then, wait a minute. That might work. Wait a minute. I don't know where I'm going in life, and it can be confusing, so confusing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best. There. Jesus. Oh my God, it's almost 6. Stuck in the day-to-day grind. It feels so impossible, and I'm doing my best to keep from killing my own ambition. Wait. My ambition sometimes fuck that. Sometimes Okay, there. Messed around a little bit. Cool. So I don't normally, when I do these recordings, I don't normally, well, at least I should say I don't often do it while I'm like in this way, where I'm just kind of like exercising and talking to myself. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Although I'll be honest, it's not the same as talking to another person, but so like when you're talking to another person, there's there's a whole bunch of indescribable aspects to a conversation with an actual human being. There's the eye contact, the nonverbal body language stuff, and I don't know, when it comes to that stuff, I don't tend to care about the signals, you know? Like if someone doesn't want to talk but I do, I'll just be like, well, we're talking. So I guess that can come off a certain way to some people, but I mean, it's not my fault if they don't want to talk and I do. And like, and trust me, if I want to talk, you're gonna want to hear me. You're gonna want to talk with me, even if you don't feel like it. Like, I don't always feel like exercising, but I do because it's good for me. So if I want to talk and you don't, well, get ready to talk, buddy, because it's good for you. It's good for you. But it's a fine line between what I just said, the sentiment I just expressed, and like being a judgmental prick, or forcing your own stuff on other people, you know? Because I never intend to like be a prick, you know? But for some people, intention doesn't matter. So I'm not one of those people. My morals point in a different direction. My moral compass, I should say, points in a different direction. Who should say? Who cares about what I should or shouldn't say, right? I got work later, and sometimes that's a bummer, but I don't really 100% know why. I don't 100% know why. I have like ideas, like it kind of bums me out because I have to blame Zora for this, but like I get bummed out because apparently I am not um, realizing my potential. So when I like, it's hard enough for me to like go work and then to have another woman in my life being like, yeah, you're not realizing your full potential, even though she hides it well. She hides it well, but I know that's how she really feels, and so like that's kind of why I want to switch doctors, but I don't know any other therapists. And logically, I know that wouldn't be a great idea because, well, she's good at what she does. So emotionally, yeah, I want to be like, bye, but logically, that's what's keeping me. So I don't know. I think I'm right because I am a smart person. So if I'm gonna be logical about it, then I'm probably right. You know. So that's why I've stuck with her for all this time. And I guess it has really helped, right? Like, even though no one in my life really acknowledges it, I have grown and changed, and it's noticeable. But I don't know what it is, man. The people in my life, they'll give me a compliment once and then like never bring it up again. You know? So I guess that's just normal, but it still would feel good to be like reminded. I guess that's what I'm for, right? Like that's why I gotta remind myself that I'm awesome and that I've grown, and and screw anybody. Especially, I'm thinking of one person in particular, my ex, who says that that's arrogant of me to do. You just don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Uh-oh. Close my door for a second. I'm back. What's up? So yeah, that's just another day in my life right now. I'm gonna go to the gym after I finish this recording. No, not go to the gym. What the hell am I talking about? Have been to the gym already. That's how I start my days. Um, no, I meant to say the library. I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna play some golf. Damn it! And by golf, I mean video games. And I'm gonna journal. Keep track of the coffee that I bought, the $8 I spent on Burger King, the 16 that I spent on Yoshinoya last night. Oh man, I've had a bit of an appetite. I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of been eating. Really have had to intake those calories. And I need a banana, and I need some grapes, and I need some other natural sugars because otherwise I'm just gonna go get boba. You know, I might just go get boba anyways. You know. Exercise, boy, exercise. Because honestly, I am so self-conscious about my body. And apparently, I am someone who cares about how he comes across. And so I want to come across as like just the most amazing and awesome person in the world, you know? Anything less than that is unacceptable. Boy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm back. Why? Well, I'm in my car and I'm contemplating getting boba. But I would have to kind of go to the Yoshi. I'm contemplating getting a coffee instead. So right now I'm in the process of deciding what I'm gonna get. Ain't that about a bitch? I wanna lose weight, but I'm putting all the sugar into my body. Why? Well, because I hate myself. That's why. Oh, I hate myself. I hate myself. I feel like doggy doo-doo. I feel like doggy doo-doo. And the sun is directly blinding my eyes. And now I'm driving and I'm making my way to the Burger King to get myself an iced coffee. Oh boy. And I'm on the road again. Oh, the dangerous road where anything can happen. I can get into a crash, but not likely because I'm very good at driving. It's just that Nope. It just sucks that not everyone is as good as a driver as I am. But it's understandable because, listen, the world is a very big place. And everybody is, like, living everyone has their own section of life. And that doesn't mean that mine isn't important, you know? It just means that I'm able to keep things in perspective where others can't, you know? It's a sucky thing because it's like that's not unhealthy, you know. I've made this like connection before, but just because you're like angry on the road, just because like you get upset when like someone cuts you off, doesn't mean you're technically being unhealthy. I've noticed that sometimes we can confuse like being healthy with just not liking how things are, you know? But I don't know. I think healthy, look, I'm not a doctor. I can't really define what healthy is. So maybe I won't try it, but I know what it's not, and it's not me wanting to control everything. Like, for example, I have a driver behind me who is just angry, you know? And like that's kind of the norm with California. It's like you'll or at least Los Angeles, like angry drivers, like you won't, it's very rare that you'll be on the road and not experience an angry driver. You know, because life is hard and it's complicated and like like it would be easy not to get upset when like you've been at your rock bottom, right? Like it's easy to be quote unquote healthy when you know what it's like to be not healthy, you know? And so you have something to compare it to. You get perspective, but how do you get perspective? Like that's so hard. Like you can get perspective through experience. That's the probably the best teacher, but you can also get perspective through like other people's experiences. But then you have to listen to them. I'm talking to you, Zora. I'm talking about you.
Hello, Central Bar. Can your roommate take your order?
Thank you. You rule too. Can I get a nice coffee, please?
A nice coffee, large?
Yeah.
Ice or no ice?
No ice. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can drive forward.
Yeah. I get coffee so much. They know my freaking order, bro. They know it. They know my order, and I feel sad about that because I don't want to be getting as much coffee as I am because obviously, like, I want to lose this and I want to lose this, you know, this and I want to lose this. I want to lose this and I want to lose this. And I want to lose this too, like this right here. Connection, man. That's what's like. Every generation has its challenges that they must face, and our challenge for my generation, the millennials, is connection, and it's not only ours either. Hi.
Toby 393.
Thank you. I can't be the only person who thinks like that either.
Is that Maddie? There you go.
All right. There it is. My coffee paid for by money I work hard for. I don't want to think about how I don't make that much money. I don't want to think about how I've wasted so much of my life. Perspective. Yes. It's all about perspective. Because, hey, there's a lot of people. I was going to say probably, but not even probably. Like, there are a lot of people, unfortunately, who would want my life. Because to have my life would be an improvement on the life that they currently have, you know? But you can't have it. It's my life. I mean, look, I could give you my life. Let's pretend. You would still feel sad. You know? Like, because you got to remember, you would have my life, but you wouldn't have the perspective of having grown from your own challenges. You would have to. You would still have to face the challenges of growing from my life. So the challenges that I face would then be challenges that you face. So, like, you couldn't just be like, upgrade instantaneously to my life. So you wouldn't be able to have that perspective. We would just swap lives. So you would never have known the struggles that you know with your life. Well, I just touched on something profound. It is about the struggle, right? Like, we don't want to struggle. But we do want to get to the other side of struggle. Because there's something to be gained from struggling. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't want to buy this coffee, but now that I bought it, I am kind of like down for it right now. Like, this coffee is hitting, bruh. But it's my second one today. It's my second coffee. I've been drinking more coffee than I normally do. El bienestar comienza aquí. Bienestar? I don't know what that is. And I get the large coffee because it would cost pretty much the same to get a small or even a medium. I am smart. And I don't think I was born with intelligence. I worked for intelligence because... Now, I'll tell you this. I wasn't born with intelligence, but I was born working hard. Like, that was never something that I wasn't going to do. Just because of my family. I come from a family of hard workers. But what do you choose to work hard in? Oh shit, they're closed early today. Today's Friday, they're closed early. Boo-boo! Man. I totally forgot. And something in me was telling me, go to the library early. And I just didn't listen to it. I wanted to go home instead. My ass. Oh, boo boo, boo boo, boo boo. Hey, boo boo. Damn it. Man, the library's closed. That's like a couple hours of my day just like, I want to be productive with my time, but I just don't trust myself to do that. For whatever reason, I just do not trust myself to be productive. You know what? I have a lot of good ideas. It's just, you know, like, I have big ideas and I have small ideas. Here's a small idea. Just get a bike. Get a bike so that you can explore your local area. You know, just get a bike to explore your local area a little bit. Why is life so hard? I don't know. And I just drank a whole coffee too. Oh, I just hate myself, don't I? I just make it so much harder on myself. And I don't see that stopping anytime soon. And that is frustrating, not only for myself, but for the people who care about me. That's the difference between men and women. Like, women, like, for example, like it's frustrating for me to, like, not be realizing my full potential. But how men handle it, and men don't give a fuck. Like, if you're not realizing your full potential, men will, I don't know. Like my dad, right? Like, I don't know if he thinks the same. I don't know if he's like, oh, you're not realizing your full potential or not. I don't know. I really don't know. That's probably something I should probably ask him. Like, hey, Dad, do you think I'm doing the very best that I can? You know? Oh, God. That's a conversation to have with him, huh? Jesus. And the train, damn it. Fuck my ass, the train. The fucking train, bro. Jesus. So yeah, it's not unhealthy to be upset, to be mad, especially when you're, like, letting out frustrations and shit. Like, that's not unhealthy to do, you know? It's just we don't want to be angry, you We don't want to be frustrated. We always want to be happy, and that's not how it's going to go. That's just not how it's going to go. Fahrenheit 451. It's not reasonable to want to be happy all the time. That's not how life works. Unfortunately, we're not supposed to be happy all the time. That's crazy, huh? We're just monkeys. We're just evolved little monkeys. Somehow we have it in our heads that we want to be happy forever. But I mean, like, what is happiness? And is it happiness that we really want, or is it the pursuit of a life that we want? Or is it just connecting? Like, my life would be infinitely better if I was just connecting with people. Like, I don't think it's like unreasonable for me to like examine my feelings and be like, oh, I'm not happy, But I'll say this, I'm not as unhappy as I have been in the past. Like, I have definitely been more unhappy. Like in the past videos, I've been making these videos fairly consistently, not the most consistently, but more consistently lately. And when I was making these videos like years ago, I was rocking a bum beard. And what's the difference between like that version of me and like this version of me? Is that version of me has gone through different versions of himself, and I'm happy that I'm like still doing that. Like, I'm still focused on more and more versions of myself. I don't know if I'll plateau. I don't know if I can continue to make more and more versions of myself. I don't know. Like, I mean, after a certain point, you got to think like, I'm gonna hit a plateau. You got to think that there's only so many versions of myself that I can make, right? I mean, is Apple just gonna keep on releasing newer and newer iPhones? Like, at a certain point, you're gonna call it a new version, but how much is gonna be new? Maybe I'm like, I mean, I guess I'm making the analogy as if I were an iPhone, but maybe I'm way more advanced than an iPhone. So maybe I shouldn't do that to myself. It's just, okay, you want to know the nitty gritty of what really eats me up sometimes? Is that I'm like really capable, but I don't believe that I am. And I only believe that I am when I'm being defensive, but I'm not always on the defensive. Most of the time I'm just chill. And when I'm chill, I'm depressed because I'm just not living a life that I want to live. And somehow that's connected to this feeling that I have that I'm not like making the most of myself. No. I don't know, man. I really do have a low opinion of myself. Like, but I don't want to have a low opinion of myself, And so, like, I'm really, really trying to improve. I'm really trying to, like, change my mindset. But it's one of those things where it's like the harder you try, the further away from it you get. It's quicksand. The harder you try to change your mindset, the deeper into it you're going to fall. And so But like, I don't want to be depressed, you know? I look at other people more successful than I am. And that's all I look at. Anyone who's not as successful, not as handsome, not as smart, I don't compare myself to them. I compare myself to the ones who are like smarter, stronger, more successful, richer, you know, that have more babes, you know? Even though I'm not like that, like, those aren't my values. Those aren't my values, so why am I comparing myself to people who value different things than I do? If I valued those things, then I would 100% get it. Just like that. I just don't value those things. I value philosophy. I value science and medicine. Because to me, those are productive. Those help society. And you know, I gotta like catch myself. God. I don't know how to think or what to believe or how to feel. And I guess this is just fucking 30 years old. So, welcome to 30. It sucks. It fucking sucks. Damn it, man. When you're in your teens, it sucks. When you're in your 20s, it sucks. And I guess it sucks when you're in your 30s too. Son of a beach. Son of a beach. Son of a beach. Son of a beach. It sucks, and it always sucks. All the time. It always sucks all of the time. But I guess life is just like that sometimes. I mean, it's not all bad. It definitely could be a lot worse. Definitely has been worse. But worse in terms of like spirituality and emotionality and emotion. Life has never been difficult in terms of like security. I've always felt secure. I've never had to worry about food. I've never had to worry about shelter. I've always had these things. I do wonder what it would be like to worry about food and worry about shelter. If you worry about that stuff, is it because you aren't capable of providing for yourself in one way or another? You know? Because there are definitely ways to get shelter, even if you don't have like money. Like, there are people who provide that stuff for you. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with utilizing your resources. You know, and if people are going to volunteer their time and spend their time providing resources, like the library, for example. Like, I didn't create the library system. That was created in 1912. Fun fact. So somebody who with a vision, obviously, or a group of people with a vision, went out of their ways to spend their lives providing this resource that I use. So, I mean, you could do the same with shelter and food, right? I'm not saying that it would be easy at all. I guess it's just a feeling. I'm capable, and I need to realize that I'm capable and that I'm strong. And if I can feel like I'm good and I'm strong and I'm capable, then I don't know. Like, there are no rules to life. So then what do? Do I continue to try to build on top of what I've already accomplished in life? Do I continue to strive for more? It seems like the right answer would be yes, you know? Like, I'm supposed to say yes, you know? Ah, it sucks that the library is closed. Ah, I hate that the library was closed, man. Ugh. Whatever. Now I'm just stuck in traffic. Riveting, isn't it? Well, that's kind of what's been going on with me in my head as of late. It is August, the end of August, 2024, and that's what's been in my head. Not very different from what has been in my head in the past, you know? Life, maybe there's a code to life. There's a code. There's a code to life. And I think we're all following it in one way or another. So that's what makes getting out of the code or leveling up or whatever so much harder to do. It is hard. It is very, very hard. And not in the sexy way. In the shitty way. Is this kid really putting his thumb up? Hitchhiking. A thing of the past. You really gotta rely on someone when you hitchhike. Ah, my brain, bro. It just loves to dive into shit. And I have no fucking control over it. We don't, right? We don't have control over what our interests are. You know? That's what makes, like, crime and punishment so freaking complicated. Because it's like... Is it possible for people's interests to be, like, is anyone ever interested? Like, what is an interest, right? I'm pretty sure torturing people isn't an interest. You know, no one is torturing another person because it interests them. But people might solicit sex from a female for money because it would interest them to do so. You know what I'm saying? But there is also a risk involved with that interest. You know what sucks about me? Is that I don't believe I'm smart. I'm not confident in my intelligence. And yet, subconsciously, I am. Like on the surface, I am humble. But subconsciously, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm an asshole. How does anyone... I don't know. How does anyone care for me? Because people do care for me, I guess. Doesn't feel like it always, but I know it does. I know they do, though. You know, like my sister, you know, she cares for me. Even though she sometimes can't stand to see me. Actually, all the time, she can't stand to see me. But, you know, that's fucked up of her. But that has nothing to do with me. You know. It's her problem. She still cares for me. I think. I hope. Because if she didn't, then she wouldn't have gotten me a therapist, right? Like, she wouldn't have... I guess it depends, too. Because it's like, okay, well, how much did she go out of her way to like the therapy, you know what I mean? Like, how much did she go out of her way for it? Probably not that much, right? It was one of those things where it's like, hey, do you know a therapist? Yeah, here's her information. All right, and that's it, you know? But I guess even then, that would count as caring, you know? That would count as caring. Because if you didn't care, then you wouldn't even have asked, you know? You would just be like, he's fuck him, you know? It's me. I'm the one that tends to lean towards the not caring. Mainly because I don't believe in doing stuff for people. I believe in people doing stuff for themselves, even though I don't. Alright, well, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And I have some time to kill. So I might work, I might throw on a video game, I might just watch YouTube, I might just sleep, I don't know. I did just drink a coffee for no fucking reason. So, whatever. Whatever, Trevor. I do have a book to read, I could read a book as well, so. I have been reading a lot. A lot. And in Spanish también. Alright, peace.